Yes, I know it's very dark. I wish you could be here with me and Bella right here, right now in the Bounder on this trip and be through what we just went through and what poor Betty has just gone through. I will never ever, I will promise you this, I will never ever drive any of my vehicles or a vehicle that I am responsible for across the George Washington Bridge, ever. How dare New York charge people a toll to cross that piece of you know what? Today is the day. Today is the day. You want to go to New York? She says, whenever you're ready. All right, just locking up the coachman here. Okay, all right. The Bounders over here warming up. We have got a lot of miles. It's gonna be a long day. We should be good and warmed up here. All right, Bella is ready for the trip. She is ready. And I got some, it feels like I had to move back into the Bounder a little bit. I put the phone holder back up here. Our GPS is set on the phone. The adapter to plug things in. Keep the phone charged while we travel. My rental car information, got the confirmation and stuff all printed out. Really didn't need to print it. I have that information on my phone. Should be good enough. Our tire pressure's all good. Don't forget the title. So what else? Grab a laptop and camera charger. That's about it. Some extra clothes and yeah, some coffee fixings. got some coffee fixings in there, a couple bananas. Yeah, clothes and change your clothes. That should be enough. Got my coffee maker, mug, creamer, non-dairy creamer, bag of food for Bella, her bowl, got about half full of water. I'm gonna put that down for her, and that's it. It's about 7 a.m. The day has come. Oh boy. You know, the Bounder has served us well for nearly 3 or 4 years, and about 44,000 miles, and we just needed to go about 400 more today, and we'll say goodbye to Betty. All right, the door's locked, the coachman's locked. Turn this light off. I guess we're ready to roll. Let's do this. A little bit foggy out this morning. We're gonna get started. Now, I don't know how exciting of a trip this is going to be. It could be just like going on a highway anywhere else. I don't know that we're gonna get a nice view of the New York City skyline. We're going up and around the city on we're going across Interstate 80 first, and then we're going to go around the top of the city on 295, and then from 295 that gets us to the east side of the city. Then we'll continue east when we get on where it intersects with 495. So we're sticking to the interstate highways, avoiding the parkways. I think we're going to be just fine. I'm going to wait till we're going to get up close, and then depending on what time of day that is, maybe hold up for a little while until evening, and then resume. Yeah, we'll get close and probably take a nice break, and maybe have some dinner, and it gets to be evening. We'll go ahead around the city. So I did check the map last night. It shows real-time traffic. By 9 o'clock, the route is all shown in blue, which means traffic is flowing normally. So I checked it at 5:30 this morning, and morning rush hour began. There's a lot of red zones. So I need to do it this evening, not wait till early morning. Unless it's 3 a.m. or 4 a.m. If you wait till after 5:30, it's rush hour is already beginning. So I think we got our strategy all planned out. There's the morning sun. That'll get this fog burned off pretty quickly here. Gonna be a big day in the Bounder, Bella. Gonna be a big day in the Bounder.
Turn left onto Pennsylvania 356 North.
It is going to be foggy down here in the Allegheny River Valley. It's clear up here on top of the hill a bit. The more we go down into the valley, the thicker the fog gets. You might not even be able to see the river down here. It's just after 7 a.m. Oh, it's now 7:10 a.m. The trip is supposed to take about 7 hours. It's continuous driving, normal conditions, in a regular, car, SUV, pickup truck or whatever. It always takes a little longer than an RV. All right, here's the big bridge. I don't think we're going to be able to see down to the river. Town of Freeport's over there to the right. Normally you can see it pretty easily. No, it's foggy out there this morning. Can't even see the other end of the bridge. We're gonna get on our ways here for a little while, check back in. Oh, our first little bit of morning traffic. Just sitting here on the on-ramp to local school traffic. That's it. Getting on to the on-ramp of Route 28 North. It'll take us from Freeport, Pennsylvania, up to Brookville to get on Interstate 80. We are still running into some fairly thick fog. That'll clear up pretty soon. Just patchy spots. What do you say about that, Bella? Well, we've made it to New Bethlehem, Pennsylvania. We're over halfway up to Brookville. Nothing to report yet. Pretty eventless. So, yeah, there's that. Betty's running good, as expected. We're just moseying along at Betty's pace. The thing with the Bounder is, or any old RV this long, it's heavy, and this big block Chevrolet engine that's in it, it has its work cut out for it. And sometimes you just have to go at its pace, not your pace. It's not like a car or SUV where, man, it'll go, right? It'll go as fast as you want it to, when you want it to. Well, so you can more go at your pace, whatever you want. Now, with the Boundary, sometimes you can. It shines when you're out on a highway. That's when Betty shines. You get on these secondary roads with a lot of hills and stuff. It'll. Sometimes you just have to go at Betty's pace. She feels like what she feels like she's up to. But we are moseying along here through the school zone. We're gonna make our first stop up in Brookville and fill the tank up, and that should get us. That'll be plenty for us to make our trip, and probably still have half a tank left over. So we could get up here a little a little bit further. Here's where we get on.
The I-80 East ramp.
I-80 East ramp is right here, but we're going to go straight through up here to the Flying J. And I think we're, I'm glad we waited to get gas up here. I didn't even use, excuse me. I didn't even use the Gas Buddy app. Just didn't bother. But it's, gas was $4.29 where we left, back in New Kensington. And it looks like it has dropped to $3.99 up here. So a little bit of a, yeah, you know, over 25 cents a gallon, heck. Betty's a little bit thirsty. That's going to be a substantial savings, actually. So we'll get up here to the Flying J, take care of business. Now, we have not been up to this Flying J in a long time. We've made this trip up to Brookville quite a few times in Betty. This is our first. My cousin lives up here, and we used to come up here quite a bit. We've made this trip easily a dozen times. This used to be a regular stop. So they got some RV lanes over here. Bella, bella, bella. Alright, here. I'm sure Bella's ready for a little break over here somewhere. Come on, girl. Come on. All that moving around, traveling this early in the morning. I'm sure she needs to take care of some business. Go on. Okay. We'll give her a moment of privacy. I'll admit, I have been nervous about making this trip. I really have, until this morning. Suddenly, now that we're on the road, on our way, it's we're all good. The thing that's made me nervous is traveling without any tools along for that, just in case something happens. We don't have any tools with us. So, and I never do that when I travel. I always got emergency stuff, my emergency repair, just in case. You never know. Even a screwdriver or a pair of pliers. I have nothing. But we're okay. Betty's functioning as she always does. She's dependable. She's gonna get us there. Better knock on some wood, right? All right, I gotta take care of something that Bella did. So. Oh, well, this is a treat. Look, with my Flying J rewards card, we get 10 cents off a gallon. It's $3.89. That's the lowest I've paid in a long time. All right, I need to fill the propane tank up. I think the buyer is kind of expecting this to have some propane. I put propane in it a while back, but kind of a long story where that propane went. We really thought this was going to happen a lot sooner than what it has, and I ended up I left the refrigerator on while it was down in that down at that other lot, not my buddy's other lot where it was sitting, and the boundary was all closed up except for the roof vents, and it got, I mean, some hot days, so it was probably really hot in the boundary. The refrigerator was probably working really hard, you know, for 3 or 4 weeks, and then I used the hot water tank a couple of times, and anyway, all that propane seems to have disappeared. But I think he's under the impression that there's plenty of propane in it, because he watched that one video where I filled it and he was all thankful and all that. So I need to replace that propane. And part of the reason why this has gone on as long as it has here was you know, the buyer has he has things going on in his life and appointments and such, and I have, you know, my work and other things that I have going on, and it just worked out that this was the day and tomorrow morning that just made sense for both of us. It was to go ahead and get this done, and so the timing all came, the stars aligned, and it's happening. They have a Denny's here. I could kind of go for a Denny's breakfast, but I'm gonna pass. They just have a banana. That'll hold me over. I got leftover Domino's in the refrigerator from last night. So. Looks like we got 16 gallons or so. All right. That wasn't so bad. Sometimes I forget how expensive propane is down home. So I got the pay for the dump station too with my rewards card. It's only $3. It's I think it's regularly 10, but if you have a Flying J rewards card, there's a $7 discount, so it's only $3. So I'll get that taken care of. All right. Well, the black tank wasn't much there. I didn't think there would be. We've been using the Coachman. There wasn't a whole lot going on there, but since I think we last dumped out of Crooked Creek, we just dumped just in case. And there's been a lot of cleaning going on. The cleaning lady was here, and she's used a lot of water. I've showered a couple times in the bouncer. Hit all the propane and all this water. Should be plenty. We're gonna get plenty out of this. Well, that way the new owner gets it. I don't know how much gasoline's gonna be in it. Probably half a tank, maybe. We'll see how that works out in the end. I'm gonna leave the fresh water. It's only got about a quarter, maybe a third in it of a tank. But we're going to his house. He wants to top that off. He can get his hose out and fill the water tank up. But at least the waste tanks should be empty. Be plenty of propane in it. It should be ready to use. The fridge is cold. The stove works. The hot water. I mean, it's fully functional. It's gonna be good to go. I think that's that. I should make a fresh coffee. We're gonna be on Interstate 80 for quite a while. Long haul, a few hours. It's an odd feeling. It is. It's like today's the last day. Actually, tomorrow morning is. But the Bounder's not likely to be in this area ever again. She's gonna go live in a new part of the country where she's probably gonna stay kind of local, at least in that region, in the campgrounds in that area. Betty will probably no longer be out this far in western Pennsylvania. Bella got herself a nice drink while we were stopped. She had potty and got a nice drink. You good to go for a while? On to New York, girl. Wow, it says 5.5 hours, which in RV time is much greater than that. In 320 miles. So we're gonna head east for a while. You ready? Let's do it. Let's do this. I think it's a correctional officer. Got out of his van. And the looks like a van full of inmates. They're going somewhere. Alright, let's get out of here.
The I-80 East ramp.
That's it. Interstate 80 East, please. Come on, car. I hope we don't run into much construction today. And away we go. Oh no, it's the Clearfield exit. Clearfield is home of the Denny's Beer Barrel Pub. It's over on the other hill over there. Denny's Beer Barrel Pub is where they make giant hamburgers. Or cheeseburgers if you want cheese. Giant. They'll make for everyday like lunches or stuff. They do have a small half-pound burger, but then they make a 1-pound burger, a 2-pound burger, a 5-pound burger, a 10-pound burger, and on up. There's I think there's a 15, a 25, a 50, a 50-pound burger, a 75-pound for parties. Those are for parties. Their biggest burger, you ready for this? 125-pound burger. You look that up, you can check that stuff out on their menu on yeah, Denny's Beer Barrel Pub in Clearfield, Pennsylvania. Google that, go to their website, look at their menu. It's bizarre. I think I went there once. I got a 1-pound, just a 1-pound burger. I wish I would have got the 2-pound burger and had more leftovers. It's just so good. The trouble is they don't open till 11 a.m. and it's only 9:50. So we're not waiting around for an hour and 10 minutes for them to open. Maybe we time it right on the way back. Oh, it's so good. I'd love to stop. We'll see what happens. We're doing good here. We're coming up on pretty close to Snowshoe, Pennsylvania. We're going to stop at our first rest area. Let's see here. We have knocked a chunk of time off here. A chunk of time and a chunk of miles. We've knocked about a 7-hour trip down to 4 hours and 30 minutes. And 411 miles down to 252 miles. So we are a chunk in now. I've seen signs along the way where some leaves, believe it or not, it's not fall yet. There are some areas where we're starting to see little hints. It's getting to be very late summer. Fall will be here. Oh, officially what, a couple of weeks? 2 weeks? Oh no. All right, we're gonna take a quick break and we'll be back. We stop at this noisy truck stop or rest area, but that's okay. I'm making a fair share of my own noise. And it wasn't even, my generator's running pretty, it has a load on it. It's running one of the air conditioners. Started getting pretty warm this afternoon. And when we pulled into this rest area, there was hardly anybody here. It was actually pretty quiet, except for the highway noise that's right up here. But for about an hour, I never heard a thing. We're almost out of Pennsylvania. Yeah, but for about an hour, I never heard a thing. I turned the air conditioner on, and we found this spot right on the edge of the very last spot in this row, underneath some shade trees. I turned the air conditioner on, I laid down, and I took a nap for about an hour. I woke up and all these trucks are here, and I didn't even realize it at first. Like I say, my air conditioner's running and my generator's running. I couldn't even hear the highway noise from inside. Yeah, the air conditioner is like white noise. Oh, we passed a sign a little ways back that said, "Welcome to the Pocono Mountains." So we're in the Poconos, and it's real scenic. Of course, you can't, because it's so wooded, you know, you really can't see the mountains in the valleys unless you're actually driving. As soon as you pull over, your view is obstructed by all these beautiful trees. It's just such a nice day. It's nice here in the shade anyway. Took Bella out for a break, a little bathroom break. You all good? You ready to get back on the road here? We're getting close. We're not far. Yeah, we're around Stroudsburg somewhere. Or did we pass it? I don't know. Yeah, we got to cross the Delaware River into New Jersey, and we're going to close in on New York City. We're going around the top side of it after later on. We can get about 45 minutes closer, and then we're going to need to just hold up and hold up for a while till this evening when the traffic dies down. But as you can see, the traffic's moving along good here. We'll be okay to get. We'll zero in a little bit closer, and then that'll leave us this evening with probably just like an hour and a half or something to get to our final destination. So I think it's going to work out pretty good for us. Now the trouble is, you know, here we are on this trip to New York. I don't know that we're going to get. I really don't know if we're going to get any shots of like the New York City skyline or anything great. We're going up around the top of the city. I'll probably be able to like glance over and see it in the distance out the window, but it's not going to show on camera very well. The cameras just aren't real good about that. I have my camcorder, but I can't operate it when I'm driving. These little GoPros are easy, but they don't zoom in. I don't think you'll be able to see it. The chances of there being like a pull-off somewhere where there is a view, there'll be pull-offs probably places, but is there a view of that pull-off? See what I mean? It's not likely we're going to really get any shots of New York. That's how New York City. That's why I said at the beginning, this trip's probably just going to be like we just on any other trip, just going down the highway to some destination. Just so happens to be its destination where we're going to leave Betty behind. Oh boy, never know. We might get lucky. We might get lucky and get a good camera shot somewhere closer to the city. I don't know. I've never been that close to New York City. I've never flown that close to the sun before. All right, we're gonna get back on the road. Maybe I don't know. All right, we're gonna get ready to get out of here. All right, see here. We have almost blue. We have about 45 minutes or so of, you know, good moving traffic. There's a little red spot there, a little delay, and then we get a bunch here north of New York, and then some more over here on the east side. Then it's okay again. But I don't want to sit in traffic around in New York City. We'll zoom in here a minute here. See, that's across the Hudson River. That's probably the George Washington Bridge, and I don't know what the other bridge is down here, but Throg's Neck Bridge. It doesn't look too bad once you get through Throg's Neck. That might not be as bad as it looks, but we have time to spare, so why mess around? Why mess around? We're gonna get up here a little further though and hang out for a while, maybe get some dinner. That's the plan. I'll have to start looking for signs for a good place to eat for dinner. Alright, I think we're about 10 miles from the New Jersey state line. And I really doubt, I'll have to cheat and see if I can make this zoom in with my editing software. I know it just blurs out really quick. But, you know, you can see a mountain ridge out there. Kyle can see it. What are we going to do for dinner tonight? The refrigerator's empty in the boundary. Yeah, that's what's kind of weird. No tools, no food. Not in the pantry either. None of the cupboards. There's no pots or pans to cook in. The microwave works. I could warm something. I did. That's what I did. I warmed my sandwich up earlier. but no supplies. It's just weird driving the Bounder being empty like this. I just feel so unprepared. So we probably are still a good hour from the city. So we can close in, get a little bit closer. Out of a 411 mile trip, what have we got? 3. We've gone about 300 of it. It only leaves us about 120 miles to our final destination, and that's you know, when the traffic dies down, that's about a 2-hour drive. And we're going to knock about an hour of it off here. So when we go up here and hold up, we'll have just a little over an hour this evening to drive, and we'll be there. Getting close. Across the Delaware River. I don't know if you can see the trees up there are starting to turn a little bit, like I mentioned earlier. But there's some starting to turn a little bit yellow. Oh boy. Fall is just around the corner. Oh, this is so beautiful here. This little corridor. So, where are we at? I thought we'd see a sign that said "Welcome to New Jersey." I'm pretty certain that the Delaware was the border. What a nice drive through here. Delaware right on the right hand side there. Alright, we'll check back in here in a little bit. Does this make anybody else nervous? The sign on the left, 80 East, New York City. New York City in a 34-foot Class A motorhome, and here Interstate 80 has become 4 lanes wide, and we're still about 30 miles from the city, and it's 4 lanes wide. 30 miles. It says I gotta take exit 45. I guess to stay on 80. Cool. I don't know. Oh boy. I hope I don't start getting things start happening too fast. I get confused out here. 80 East Patterson. Well, I guess that goes down to the city. Maybe this goes up and around. This leads us up above, up and around the city. Well, we're gonna find out here eventually. Okay, I think we're gonna be all right. It's a loop, I guess, it goes around. Interstate 80, I don't know where it goes. If it goes like right through the city or where, but East 80. Now saying East 8, we're on Interstate 80 East again. No, there's 280 East I thought was the loop. Why did it take us off and then a mile later put us back on to 80 East? I don't know. Somewhere up around here we're going to get onto 295, which is the interstate loop. northeast part of the city onto 495, which will take us out on toward Long Island, up to our final destination. But we are gonna, I am gonna stop up here a little ways. Got one last short break, where we're gonna sit and double check the traffic. I think I screwed up, so we might end up in some traffic. Yeah, we're not gonna make the stop, I don't think. Oh no. Well, maybe. I mean, traffic don't look bad right now. We might end up being okay. This is not gonna go as planned. We were supposed to be over there to the right. It turns out this split, and I got confused. Over there on the right, you have access to the local exits, and this is supposed to be the express lane to get across the George Washington Bridge. Man, it looks like we are going across the bridge sooner than we wanted to. I'm afraid traffic might start piling up here. Alright, we might get lucky here. I think there's a last chance exit. From what I've seen, the traffic buildup is when you get to the bridge, and then the whole area around from 295 to 495, and that just is it was a mess when I checked it just not long ago here. So if we get a last chance here to take a break for maybe even an hour or so, I can recheck the traffic on Google Maps. Yeah, I think we're gonna be all right. Oh, we might get a view. We might get another view here of the city. Driving this big old motorhome around these parts. It's probably nothing to somebody that's from around here that's familiar with all the exits and the routes. We made it to where we were going to lay up at for a while, and that's exactly what we're going to do. It got a little hectic there, little stressful, you know, but we're making it. We're getting there, and I'm glad we did stop because, yeah, right here, right when you go across the George Washington Bridge, you got some backing up. I think red means it's like come to a complete stop. The yellow is slowed. Other problems there, and you know, some other bigger little problems going down there, but then we should be, you know, smooth sailing after that. And actually, that's a parkway. I have to manipulate my directions a little bit. We're actually going to go up here on 495 out here a bit, and then take a 231 to truck route down. So by default, Google wants to set me down this way, but that's a parkway. That's a no-no for the bounder. So we'll stay 295's interstate, and then 495's interstate. We're safe to go that route. So that's the plan. Yeah, we're gonna hold up a while and avoid all that. It was getting busy enough where it was still blue at. I don't want to be sitting still on the George Washington Bridge and getting off the bridge and beyond. It's we're just gonna let that clean up for a while. It is getting pretty late. Well, I mean, it's getting dark early these days. It's only 7:44. So we might take a little break here. Might go over to Chick-fil-A over here and grab some yummies for dinner. And just wait this out. Well, here it is, 9:04, and things are looking better all down here. There was congestion now down in this area. That's looking better, and this was looking much better, but now it looks like somebody has had a crash. Now, if people just stop crashing, that was looking all real good. And then we was waiting for down here to clear up. So that crash got cleaned up. And then and then this happened. So slow down out there, people. Quit crashing. Well, even estimated with the slowdowns, it's still only an hour and 11 minutes away, 49.3 miles. So we're gonna wait it out just a little bit more here. I bet another 15 minutes we'll recheck that. And also I do is once I have directions down, something like that, if I just go up to the refresh, if I just go up and refresh the page, it'll update all this. So what's it say now? An hour and 11 minutes. Let's do a quick refresh. Dun, dun, dun. Dun, dun, dun. It slowed down. Hour and 12 minutes. Come on. Oh, and this here's starting to happen a little bit over here too. So, but it's getting better than it was. We'll just wait it out a little while longer and be on our way. And now it has been another wreck. It's backed way up. Can't get across the well, it's slow going getting across the George Washington Bridge. If people would just quit wrecking. And it's 10:27. I'd like to get over on I'd like to get over here somewhere tonight. I don't want to deal with traffic in the morning. This may be a, get up, I'll set an alarm. I'll get up at midnight or 2 in the morning, 3 in the morning. It's yeah, we'll get there. It's 2 a.m. I set an alarm. Actually, it's 2:30 now. One of those wrecks on the George Washington Bridge. The last one I remember seeing was it went from, I guess, the wreck being cleared, but then an icon showed that there was road construction in that same location for a while, and the route went out and did this crazy thing to avoid that. So one of them wrecks must have been bad enough to take out some guardrails or something that they had to do some road repair. And this morning, it is this morning. It's 2 a.m. Yeah, 2:30 a.m. Excuse me. Whew. There's still something goofy going on, but it looks like it's possibly on the opposite end of the bridge. It looks like a pretty straight route, except it gets to the end of the bridge and it does this thing. It loops around, it gets off, it does this thing, and another loop, and some other weird. It looks like a bowl of spaghetti. It's the thing, and then gets back on somewhere like right there where it got off. I don't know what to expect, but it was showing. Last night it was showing like well over an hour, but now it's just under an hour, despite the little detour, the spaghetti detour. It still looks a reasonable amount of time. It's 2:30. There's no traffic, even with a deep lane or road closure. Looks like we can still get there now. I'm like, excuse me. Well, we're gonna get rolling and see what happens. That's all we can do. As long as we get it through there before rush hour starts in a couple hours, right? Yes, I know it's early for you too, Betty. Where's your key at? Alright. Jeez. I was like, what are we doing? And away we go. We'll see what happens here. Well, GPS just said better route is available. Asked me if I wanted to accept it or not. I glanced at it and accepted it. That road closure thingy may have just gotten cleared up. So let's keep our fingers crossed here. George Washington Bridge, lower level or alternate to upper level. I don't know which way to go.
Keep right at Fork. Follow signs for US 9 West, Fort Lee.
Upper level or lower level? What do we do? GPS. I'll just Keep right at the fork. We'll just do what the GPS tells us to do.
In 1,000 feet, use the left 2 lanes to turn left onto Fletcher Avenue.
Wow.
Continue for 7 miles.
I think we've done it. Yes, I know it's very dark. I wish you could be here with me and Bella right here, right now in the Bounder on this trip and be through what we just went through and what poor Betty has just gone through. I will never ever, I will promise you this, I will never ever drive any of my vehicles or a vehicle that I am responsible for across the George Washington Bridge, ever. How dare New York charge people a toll to cross that piece of you know what? What a disaster. I can't believe Betty made it and it still don't have parts hanging off. Maybe she does. I need to get out and do a walk around. That is ridiculous. They need to drop that whole thing into the Hudson River and start over. Trying to patch it together with duct tape and bubble gum and band-aids. What a disaster that bridge is. I'll never do that again. There. Why don't I say how I really feel, huh? What a mess. What a mess. Never again. Alright, we're almost there. And now that I've collected myself a little bit, I'm gonna add one last final thought to that road, that bridge, and the 10 or 15 miles that follow that bridge, and the bridge is the worst. The road follow at, coming east after that on 295. That's not a very nice road either. The bridge itself, I'll tell you what. Some of you know the road out to Skadden Wash. Alright, out of Quartzsite, that nasty road out to Skadden Wash. It's half washboard and it just doesn't look like it's been repaved since the 1960s. I'd rather drive up and down that road to Skadden Wash all day long than to go across that bridge again. I'll never do that to one of my vehicles again, ever. Yeah, how dare they charge a toll? They should pay people compensation to go across that thing. That's ridiculous.
Take the next left onto Leopold Avenue, then turn right onto Norma Avenue.
All right.